historians, conspiracy theorists. This may be your day. President Trump has called for the release of previously classified documents all about President Kennedy's assassination.
Now, it's not known if the president will decide to keep some files secret. Still, it's a big deal that these are coming out at all. Joining us now to discuss, CNN presidential historian Douglas Brinkley. Professor, thank you for being with us on this big day for you. What are you expecting from this release? Any bombshells?
Well, I think we're going to be most interested in seeing what the CIA files are, particularly as it relates to Lee Harvey Oswald. You know, Oswald was in Mexico City before coming to Dallas. He had visited a Cuban consulate. There's been a lot of the conspiracy theories are about, even if that you believe Oswald was the lone gunman, who was he working for? Was it just an oddball geek, a fanatic who shot the president, or was he working with Cuba or Russia or mafia in Miami or Chicago? So I think when the first batch of these are coming out, people are going to be honing in on the Oswald files of both FBI and CIA.
Mm-hmm. Douglas, you know, the intelligence community as a whole has been reticent to have these released at all for a long time, namely because they could disclose sources and methods. Also, they could prove embarrassing. Is there any significance to the timing of this being released by a president who has been, to say the least, at odds with the intelligence community?
Not per se. I mean, back when Oliver Stone made his JFK movie in the early 90s, Congress didn't want to grapple with this release issue, so they booted it 25 years later, and lo and behold, it's today. So Trump had a decision, open or close. For him, you know, he's kind of at war with the CIA and FBI, so he doesn't want to hear their internal complaints about embarrassing information. It won't bother President Trump any, so he went to the side that's going to, I think, appeal to his base, which is release.
Well, why would it be embarrassing, just hypothetically speaking, for the intelligence community?
Well, one thing, I do this for a living, meaning I've read a lot of CIA and FBI files, and you're amazed what Keystone Cops they often are. Misspellings of names, wrong locations, bad, magazine clip outs, operating as actual intelligence. They're not always as dramatic as we think, and so, when you go through all these pages, we're dealing with, if you go through 100,000 pages, about 80% of that's just going to be kind of either marginally interesting stuff or things that just showed some bad reporting.
All right, we'll be watching. We're looking at all this historical footage. It is a big day, as you said, 25 years after Congress punted this back in 1992. We'll see what is released. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, President.